Hello again, Derek from Acterys, taking you into yet another visual inside of Power BI. Today, I want to talk about our visual planner. And the question I like to ask here is, what if the chart was not the output, but the input? And I think this really goes back to earlier videos and conversations where we talk about meeting the users where they prefer to work and reducing change management of learning a new tool and giving lots of different options to interact with data inside of Power BI. So you'll see here, we're inside of a driver-based planning screen where, we're making adjustments and doing some revenue planning. But you can see this visual up here on the top left-hand side of your screen. This is a line chart, right? We're tracking various revenue drivers here across a period of time, 2026 in this case. But what if you could actually go in and start making changes by dragging down data points and then seeing those changes ripple through and update revenue figures in terms of outputs? Well, you can do that with the Acterys Visual Planner. You can actually lock this down to a total as well. And you can see as we start to make changes to some, it will rebalance the rest of the numbers. So just a cool way that, you can quickly interact with data. We've seen this used by sales teams, and they want to look at an annual quota and what happens if we sell a little more in March. How does that impact the rest of the year? Just another cool example of how we've deployed the visual planner. In this case, this is a private equity firm tracking, portfolio performance, and they wanted to be able to do some what if modeling here around P&L, total income, and operating expenses, and see how that then rippled through and impacted portfolio performance. So we built this into a really cool visual slider where they can actually take their P&L, total income, maybe adjust this from 30% up to 50%, and then see how that ripples through and impacts these outputs over here on the left-hand side. We can see that our portfolio performance and operating profit and net earnings all adjusted based on that slider down here that I made a change to. Same goes for operating expenses. What happens if we decrease those? And we can see the changes to portfolio performance yet again. So just another cool example of how this visual planner could be deployed and make it really easy for executives to come in and do some what-if modeling inside of Power BI. Follow along as we look at a few more visuals and some cool use cases inside of Power BI.